Oh Allah, cause me to fear you in secret and in public. The fear of Allah, the fear of Allah.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Anbiya'i wal Mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. The Prophet al-Rahmah, the intercessor of Ummah, the owner of Jannah, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, has stated, O people, undoubtedly on the day of judgment, the person amongst you who will attain salvation from its terror and accountability will be the one who would have recited salat upon me abundantly in the world. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. My dear viewers, Alhamdulillah, in episode number 6, we discussed the fear of Allah Farooq Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu had. And in this episode, we shall discuss the Salah of those who fear Allah Almighty. Salah is an important part of Islam. And Salah is an important part to maintain the fear of Allah Almighty. First and foremost, it is important we know what the importance of Salah is. It is narrated by Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala anh, that the greatest and holiest Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam entered the masjid and a person followed him. The man offered salah and went to the noble Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam and greeted him with salam. The noblest Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said to him, go back and offer your salah again, because you have not offered it in the proper way. The man went back and offered his salah again, then greeted the Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. The beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said, go back and offer your salah again, because you have not offered it. This happened thrice. The man said, by him who sent you with the truth, I cannot offer the salah in a better way than this. Please teach me how to offer it. The Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said, when you stand for salah, say takbir, and then recite from the Holy Quran of what you know by heart. And then bow till you feel at ease. Then raise your head and stand up straight. Then prostrate till you feel at ease during a prostration. Then sit with calmness till you feel at ease. Do not hurry, and do the same in all your salahs. My dear viewers, through this blessed hadith, we have come to know that we must perform salah calmly and without any haste. As it is stated in the blessed hadith, make ruku, then stand up straight, raising your head from ruku, then make sajda calmly and sit calmly raising from sajda. My dear viewers, now let's listen to some accounts of some saints rahimahumullah ta'ala who offered salah and had fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. Maulana Muhammad Hussain Chishti, Nizami Fakhri, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, who rendered his services for writing the fatwa of Ala Hazrat Imam Ahmad Raza Khan, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, he stated that Ala Hazrat rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh had made it necessary to always perform his salah in congregation, no matter how hot it is. He would perform his salah wearing his imamah and upper clothing. In other words, he rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh would make special arrangements even in his attire for performing salah. He further states, Ala Hazrat rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh was extremely meticulous and careful when he used to offer his salah. This is not found nowadays. It would always happen that my 2 rakat used to be equal to his 1 rakat, and other people's salah would be equal to 6 rakat, or even 8 rakat in comparison to my 4 rakat. My dear viewers, we have just listened to the account of Sayyidi Ala Hazrat rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh performing his salah. He would perform his salah very carefully and slowly without any haste. Now let's listen to the account of the Salah of Hatim Asam rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh. Sayyidina Hatim Asam rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh visited Sayyidina Asim bin Yusuf, Muhaddis rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh. Sayyidina Asim bin Yusuf Muhaddis rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh asked, "O Hatim, do you perform Salah properly?" He rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh replied in affirmative. Then Asim rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh asked as how he rahmatullahi alayh performs his salah. Upon this question, Sayyidina Hatim rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh replied, "When the time for salah comes, I perform my wudu with all perfection and go to the place where I have to offer my salah. When time of salah approaches closer, I step on the prayer mat and stand in such a manner that each joint of my body properly adjusts at its place. Then I stand up for salah, visualizing the Kaaba in front of me, Maqam Ibrahim in front of me, imagining my feet upon the bridge of Sirat, while standing believing that Allah Azza wa Jal is aware of all the apparent and unapparent thoughts of my heart. Paradise to my right and hell to my left, and Israel close behind me, and thinking that it may be the last salah of my life. Then I say takbir tahrima with full sincerity and devotion. Then start the recitation with profound concentration and contemplation. Then I perform ruku with sujood with utmost humbleness and in a beseeching manner, and I finish my entire salah with humility and fear." Listening to this, Sayyidina Asim rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh asked surprisingly, "O Hatim, do you really offer each of your salahs in the same way?" Sayyidina Hatim rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh replied, "I have been offering my each salah in the same way for 30 years. Have you seen how our pious predecessors, rahimahumullah ta'ala, used to offer the salah with great concentration and with extreme humility? And on the other hand, if we have the privilege of offering salah, we offer it with extreme laziness and carelessness, due to which we remain unable to attain extreme humility from the beginning." Sayyid Ayyub Ali Rizvi rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi has stated, one day after Zuhr Salah, Ala Hazrat Imam Ahmad Raza Khan rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi was reciting an incantation. A stranger came in and made the intention for Salah. While performing ruku, raising his neck, he kept looking at the place of sajda. After he had completed his salah, Ala Hazrat rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh called him and asked, "Why did you raise your neck so much in ruku?" He replied that he had been looking at the place of sajda. Ala Hazrat rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh said, "The sight should not be focused at the spot of sajda in every state. In the state of qiyam, the sight should be at the spot of sajda. In the state of ruku, it should be at the toes. In the state of tasmi', it should be on the chest. And in the state of sajda, it should be on nose. And in the state of qu'ud, when reciting at-tahiyyat, etc., it should be on the lap. Further, while performing salam, the sight should be at the shoulders, keeping in view katibin, the angels who record our deeds." My dear viewers, it has become obvious that we should avoid looking here and there in salah. Remember, looking here and there during salah distracts our attention and the heart becomes occupied in other things rather than salah. Perhaps this is the reason that despite offering salah, we do not attain its pleasure, nor do we develop its real love and eagerness in the heart. As a result, we abandon our salah due to a slight headache or mild illness, or only due to laziness and idleness. Even there are certain people who, if they miss one or few salah, they abandon offering salah for weeks and for months. If any Sai brother, making his individual effort, persuades them to offer salah, they respond, "Now, inshallah azawajal, I will start offering salah from the next Friday, or I will start offering salah regularly from the month of Ramadan." Thus they acknowledge this thing openly without any shame or hesitation, that they will continue to commit the grave sin of abandoning salah till Friday or the month of Ramadan. Ma'adallah. Undoubtedly, all these things are the result of having no fear of Allah Azza wa Jal and no enthusiasm for worship. Otherwise, one who is overpowered by the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal and dedicated to worship, offers salah at all costs and refrains from the disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jal, despite being severely ill, elderly and weak. Our predecessors, rahimahumullah ta'ala, and blessed saints would never remain heedless of salah. Instead, they used to offer salah with jamaat unless they had any shari reason. Sayyiduna Safwan Suri, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, has said, the neighbor of Sayyiduna Talha bin Masraf, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, related to us about him that he, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, was suffering from an illness. We went to inquire about his health. Sayyiduna Zubayd, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, said to him, please get up, offer salah. I know that he loves salah. Upon listening to this, he, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, stood up for salah. Sayyidina Ibrahim bin Ar'ara, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, has said, when Sayyidina Yahya bin Qattan, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, talked about Sayyidina Imam A'mash, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, he would say, Sayyidina Imam A'mash, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, was a great worshipper and would offer salah with jamaat in the first row. He also added, Sayyidina Imam A'mash, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, was the sign of Islam. In other words, very elderly. He would reach the first row by supporting himself on the wall. My dear viewers, undoubtedly, the biggest enemy of a human is shaitan, who has been driven out from the court of Allah Azza wa Jal forever. The accursed shaitan who never wants us to deserve Jannah by obeying Allah Azza wa Jal, and he is thrown into hell due to his disobedience of Allah Azza wa Jal. Therefore, shaitan always tries to prevent us from offering salah, observing fasts regularly and performing all other prayers. First of all, he prevents a human from the nawafil, which are the optional prayers, and the mustahabbat, the recommended prayers. Then from the sunnah, then the wajibat, and finally he deprives us of offering our obligatory prayers and acts. Overpowered by shaitan, if we miss our congregational prayer today, then we may abandon offering salah gradually, as well in the time to come. That's why our pious predecessors, rahimahumullah ta'ala, in the first place, never missed their congregational prayers. And if someone ever missed his congregational prayers due to any shari reason, he would become so sad that he would try to compensate for that congregational prayer personally, which was missed in the state of being compelled. Sayyidina Nafi radiallahu ta'ala anhu has narrated that whenever Sayyidina Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala an would not be able to attend the congregational prayer due to some shari reason, he would spend the whole night long in worshipping. My dear viewers, salah is an obligatory act upon every Muslim. Offering salah is a great source of worldly and hereafter privileges, and abandoning it is a grave sin and a cause of deprivation in this world and the hereafter. Therefore, while offering salah, we should make dua for attaining its steadfastness and consistency as well. The glorious Quran not only enjoins Muslims at many places to offer salah, but has also persuaded us by mentioning its rewards and favors. Let's listen to 4 statements of Allah Azza wa Jal in this regard. Number 1. وَالْمُقِيمِينَ الصَّلَاةَ وَالْمُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ أُولَٰئِكَ سَنُؤْتِيهِمْ أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا. Translation from Kanzul Iman, Surah An-Nisa. And those who keep the prayer established, and those who pay the charity, and those who believe in Allah and the last day, to such we shall soon bestow a great reward. Number 2. وَأَنْ أَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَاتَّقُوهُ وَهُوَ الَّذِي إِلَيْهِ تُحْشَرُونَ. Translation from Kanzul Iman, Surah Al-An'am. And to keep the obligatory prayer established and to fear Him, and it is to Him that you are to be raised. Number 3. حَافِظُوا عَلَى الصَّلَوَاتِ وَالصَّلَاةِ الْوُسْطَى وَقُومُوا لِلَّهِ قَانِتِينَ. Translation from Kanzul Iman, Surah Al-Baqarah. Guard all your prayers and the middle prayer, and stand with reverence before Allah. Number 4. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَارْكَعُوا مَعَ الرَّاكِعِينَ. Translation from Kanzul Iman, Surah Al-Baqarah. and keep the obligatory prayer established, and pay the charity, and bow your heads with those who bow. Regarding the last blessed verse, Sayyid Maulana Muhammad Naeemuddin Muradabadi Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi has stated, the fardiyat, the obligation of salah and zakat has been mentioned in this verse. It also indicates that salah should be offered along with its proper rights and protection of essentials. Ruling. The same blessed verse contains the persuasion of congregational prayer as well. My dear viewers, the beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam has stated, جُعِلَتْ قُرَّةُ عَيْنِي فِي الصَّلَاةِ. The coolness of my eyes lies in salah. Now who would be that lover of the beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam who would not like to provide comfort and coolness to the blessed eyes of the beloved Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam? Therefore, by offering salah regularly, we should provide coolness to the eyes of our beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam and make ourselves deserving of the virtues and blessings of salah mentioned in the blessed ahadith. The Holy Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam persuaded many a times for offering salah and to be present in the masjid for congregational prayers, along with mentioning its virtues and excellences. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives us all the ability that we offer our salah, just like how the saints rahimahumullah ta'ala prayed their salah. Ameen bijahin nabil ameen sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Sallu ala al-habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wa sallam.
Oh Allah, cause me to fear you in secret and in public. The fear of Allah, the fear